Hey guys, it's Brett. We're going to be talking about the new Black Widow movie coming up. I personally am so excited about that. Marvel, they just had their huge reveal at Comic-Con. They gave us a ton of info to process, so we're going to break it all down here in the next few videos. But in this one, we're going to be talking about the new Black Widow movie. But first, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment of what you'd like to see us cover here in the future. And let me go ahead and give you guys a warning. We're going to be talking about spoilers, so in case you haven't seen Avengers Endgame or several of the other Marvel movies, we're going to be talking about all that, so you have been warned. But hey guys, let's break this down. The new Black Widow movie, the release date, what we know, the release date is May 1 of 2020, May 1st, 2020. And this will be the first movie in Marvel Phase 4. And as we know, Black Widow, she died during Avengers Endgame, and this movie will be a prequel. And we learned that this movie will take place between the events of Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen there, especially during that timeline. And the cast as we know it, as usual, Scarlett Johansson is reprising her role as Black Widow. And then David Harbour, a.k.a. Sheriff Hopper, coming on board as Alexei Shostakov, who is the Red Guardian. And the Red Guardian is the Russian counterpart to Captain America. So he's much like the Russian version of Captain America. And he's talked about how his character has a lot of changes and surprises. So I'm very interested to see what they do with that character. And then Florence Pugh is playing Yelena Belova, who is another Black Widow. They said there will be several Black Widows come out of this movie. And this is a sister figure to the Black Widow that we know, Natasha. And then Rachel Weisz is also in the movie, and she's playing Melina, who's another Black Widow, but she's been through the Red Room program 5 times. This is the program that all the Black Widows go through, so there's not much human left in her, so we're going to see where that character goes. And then Ray Winstone has come on board, but his role has not yet been confirmed, so I'm excited to see what they do with him. And then as far as the plot goes, Taskmaster is the main villain of this movie, which I am super excited about. If you don't know anything about Taskmaster, in the comics, he's a villain that is able to very quickly learn, copy, and mimic his opponent's moves, and then perform those moves, fighting skills, technique better than his opponent. And so I'm very excited to see what they do with Taskmaster. Then David Harbour, he has stated that we'll also get to see a little bit behind why Black Widow made the decision she did in Avengers Endgame and why she sacrificed herself. And he said we'll be able to see a little bit behind that decision making, so I'm excited to see about that. And then they did tease that they'll finally cover what happened at Budapest. You've heard Black Widow and Hawkeye talk about in all these movies. We've come a long way from Budapest, and it reminds me of Budapest. You'll get to see what they've been talking about for all these years. Scarlett Johansson, she was on a talk show a couple weeks ago, and she was asked if Hawkeye would make an appearance, and she became very flustered at that moment and just alluded to the fact that there would be some surprises for longtime Marvel fans. So I'm interested to see what she's talking about there. And then none of the other Avengers or Marvel characters that we know up to this point have been confirmed or even rumored to cameo in this movie. Any of the characters that we know up to this point would be a complete surprise if they cameoed in this movie, with the exception of Hawkeye, and he's the only one that has been rumored for appearing in this movie. And this film's really going to dive into Black Widow's past, Black Widow's origins, and Black Widow's backstory, and is going to describe and really lay out what made Black Widow the hero that we all know from all these Marvel movies that we've seen. And so I expect this to be a very high pace, very high action movie. If you like a John Wick type of movie, this is what I expect that to be like. I do expect them to pay off stories in terms of the Red Room, and that was briefly alluded to in Avengers Age of Ultron, and several other things, including Budapest and her relationship with Hawkeye and how Hawkeye brought her into S.H.I.E.L.D. I would love to see them pay those things off. But and I would also love to see a cameo or two from some of the Marvel characters that we all know and love. But besides all that, I'm very excited about this movie. I'm excited about David Harbour being in there and the character he's going to play. We all know that he does a great job with anything that he puts his hands on. And then I'm excited about Taskmaster. The actor or actress for that role has not been confirmed yet, so we do not know who is playing Taskmaster. It could be Ray Winstone. He has been confirmed for the movie, but we do not know who is playing or voicing Taskmaster, and so I'm very excited to see who's going to be stepping into that role and who's going to be playing that part. But we all know that Marvel, they do their characters and they do their heroes and they do their villains, especially as of late, very well. And I was very pleased to see what they did with Mysterio. I was wondering how that would work out in Spider-Man Far From Home, but they made Marvel and Jake Gyllenhaal together made a great villain in Mysterio. And so I'm excited to see what they do with Taskmaster, and I have complete faith that Marvel's going to do that character right and do this movie right. And so I'm very excited about this movie, but give me your thoughts in the comments, and let us know what you would like to see in our next videos coming up. We're going to be talking about Marvel Phase 4, Thor 4, Doctor Strange 2, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of Marvel stuff coming up. But not only Marvel stuff, we talk about all movie stuff. So let us know what you'd like to hear us talk about, what movies you'd like to see us break down the best we can. But hey, that's what we know so far for the Black Widow movie, May 1, 2020. I'm very excited for this movie. But hey guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know about what you would like to hear us do in the future. And make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can keep up with all that we're doing. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll talk more soon.